So today we are going to like have just one shot of human reproductive system, like male reproductive system basically. One shot. So this I'll just cover all the things from these all pages from a book. I hope you would have watched all the, if you want all the detailed lectures, so you can also find on my channel. But if not, like you just wanted to have one shot, you can see that. So I'm starting from very basic, all the terms from this book. And so first thing, if I just tell, our male reproductive system is again divided into two parts: primary sex organ and secondary. Primary and secondary. So I'm sure uh, here comes another point. In primary sex organ, you will see gametes formation. You will see kind of hormone producing, and you'll also see testes, sperm, and these all hormones. And in secondary, all other ducts, which are like less important ducts, and all other like glands. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Rest come the position of testes and these all. So the position is that testes hang a little out from the body. Why? Just because our body temperature is 37, but as per metagenesis or sperm production can only be at 34 Celsius. So that's why our body need this temperature. And you'll see this is structured like this. So the outer covering called as scrotum, which is pouch-like structure which help in hanging testes. Then we have second layer here. Second layer is also called as cremaster, and the third inner one layer is termed as diastasis. These are kind of smooth muscles. These are called as skeletal muscles. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes another part. Yes, if I just enlarge this kind of structure, this is structure of testes. And these testes you will find lobules. So here these testes have another structure which is lobule. So in each testis you will find around 250 lobules, and if we enlarge lobules, we have kind of other structure. These are called as seminiferous tubules. These are present in lobules, so these are around 1 to 3 in each testis. So I'm sure it's clear to you. So here comes another part, like if we just discuss. So accessory glands, accessory ducts you'll find would be which help in transporting and storage, transport and storage of sperms. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then we have four other main very important parts of these ducts, which we'll discuss one by one. So the first one you'll see would be reta testis. Second one you'll see would be fossa efferentia. Second, like the third one would be now, that would be epidermis. And the fourth one you'll see would be fossa differentia. Fossa differentia. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes, after these four, we have a lot of other parts we will see. So before I continue, let's go towards the picture. I'll just make a rough like picture. First thing, here you'll see structure like this. Wait a moment, I just need a while to create and make this picture. This kind of structure. Then here you'll see so yes, We are good to go. So if I just label this all, these parts are called as seminal vessels. But these, if anyone asks you what's the food source for some sperm, that's called as fructose. So fructose is a food source here, and after that, here you'll find one more structure, ear-like structure. Basically, I call them as a ear-like. This structure is called as prostate gland. Right, then comes another part which is about these parts. These are called as what? Basically, these are called as bulb-like structure. Bulb-like structure. Even the name is so resemble to that. That's called as bulbotrial, or even this have another name that's called as Cooper glands. These basically provide lubrication, like mucus secretion, and yes, I'm sure you that will be clear to you. Then this is called as penis. This opening is called as urethral opening or urethral meatus. Then what you'll see, then this is urethra, and what else here? You'll see this type of wire is called as ejaculatory duct. Each ejaculatory duct have like 200 to 300 sperms, and you'll also see one more structure here. So storage of sperm, and this is epidermis, if I'm not mentioned here. This structure is done. Before I end this topic, end this structure, here you'll see one more kind of structure like this. So here you'll see kind of now I'm simply going to enlarge this one and these parts. I'm going to enlarge these. So let's see, I've simply made this structure. What you'll see, there's so many functions. First thing, if I just enlarge this with the structure, here you will see structure like this, and here lobules and seminiferous tubules, and these all things are present, which we have discussed, like 250 lobules and seminiferous 1 to 3 number. Then we also have other structure which is epidermis, which I mentioned 4 part. We are going to discuss that. That's called as longest tube. And we also have another part. These also help in storage of sperm. So sperm can store here around 18 to 24 hours. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then we also have here another part that's called as fossa efferentia, which means that's excess part. This means they're going to take the sperm back. And what you'll see, vasa differentia, and these all functions. I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes another part. Another part is going to be kind of this. Here comes the opening. So what you'll see, kind of this kind of structure. So this is kind of a structure. What you'll see, first thing, if I just mention, as I mentioned, this would be called as glanus penis, and here the middle part is called as urethra, and here you will see kind of skin attached to this one. Wait, so what this is called as, oh god, something is wrong. Okay, so here comes the outer covering like structure. This covering is called as, here the covering is called as skin. When skin is attached, that's called as shaft. And what you'll see here, urethra, and then here you will see skin is kind of loose, as I even mentioned, like this kind of structure. When skin get loose, that's also called as foreskin. So I'm sure it's clear to you this detail. And if I discuss few other points, like what if we discuss about seminiferous tubules, you will see that there's formation of sperms. Formation of sperms could be done here. Here you will see 10% semen would be there and 60% seminal vessel, and you will see fructose is the food source as I mentioned before, so no need to write. And we also have prostate gland. So prostate gland, which is calcium plus phosphatides. You'll also see in this one color, smell. Semen is simply an alkyl or urinic acidic, these all things, as and bulb-like structure, which was bulbotural. This simply provide mucus for lubrication. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes kind of last step or last structure, which is a structure for the sperm. So I hope I would have covered all the topics. This sperm structure I'll explain in quite like quite easy way and in short form, because we have done detailed video. So I'm going to divide the regions. Here comes the first region, here comes the second region. So this is kind of structure what you'll see. So first thing, here you'll see one more structure like this. This structure is called as acrosome. Acrosome is simply the first part to go and hit the, not hit, but of course go and insert to the ovum wall. So acrosome would be the first part. Then here you will see nucleus, genetic material. This entire part is called as head region. Like this region is divided into four: head, second is neck, third one is middle piece, fourth one is going to be tail. So I'm sure it's clear. So here comes the head region, then this is the neck region. On the neck you'll find kind of an opening over here that's called as peroneal centrial, and over here this is called as distal centrial. And what you'll see more here, you will see other structure like mitochondria. This is called as middle piece. Here you will see mitochondria, which provide energy. Here you will see kind of flagella, which help in movement, and this region is called as tail region. So I'm sure we are pretty good to discuss these all things. So hopefully it will be clear. Then let's see what's written in the synth textbook, because we need to cover that as well. So I'll just be quite, and before I even are these screenshots so below, let me check these. So we have not discussed spermatogenesis process, but we have separate video. I'll cover through reading and this all. So male reproductive system, which is consists of internal and external genitalia. Internal genitalia, which include these all, and sex organs, and these all where sperms are produced, accessory structure, sperm, and these all they provide nourishment, and the penis, which is scotium, the outer bag, and external genitalia, which I also show you in this picture. Then comes gonads, these also called as testes. So testes produce both sperm like male sex organ, through they develop inside abdomen, and these all. So the scrotum maintain the testes around 34 Celsius, slightly lower than the body temperature. The testis is composed of lobules, which contain seminiferous tubules, which make up of each testis. Setoly cells are present, responsible for production of sperm and spermatogenesis process. Here you can see the diagram. What you will see, body of epidermis, then we have tubulus and tail of epidermis, efferent. Here you'll see kind of efferent. Here is the head of epidermis, Here spermatic cord, blood vessels and seminiferous tubules. Here you'll see each have a lobule. Then this is called a septum. Here is the tunica. Here is the tunica vagina. Here is the cavity of tunica vagina. Here the ducts, and these also I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes accessory gland. This is the main topic. I personally like it. Sperm cells which move to the epidermis, then they go to testes which being produced in the seminiferous tubules, and then they are connected by the network called as efferent ducts. They keep in epidermis, ejaculation, then ductus differentia, vas differentia, thick wall. They carry sperm from epidermis and stored. This stored could be like around 18 to 24 hours. Then they expand with the reservoir. Then they have ejaculator duct, which is simply this duct. Here you can see ejacular duct. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then we have the urethra, also called as urinary genital duct. Why it's called as this duct? Because they have urinary and reproductive discharge, like both system. Then they have penis, which the region glands, also head or a tip of penis called as glands, which is quite selective, sensitive. Then comes this structure, you can see we have ureter, urinary bladder with posterior gland, vas differentia, root of penis, body of penis, and these testes, epidermis, bulb, neural ampulla, and these all things I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes three sets of accessory gland, which is called seminal vessel, prostrate, and these are the set of accessory glands: seminal vessel, prostrate, and bulbourethral glands. So a pair of seminal vessels contribute about 60% of total volume of semen, and prostrate gland, which is the largest semen producing gland, they secrete directly to the urethra. The bulbinary glands are a pair of small around the urethra below the prostrate. So these all things. Then comes the last process, which is about spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is simply the process of sperm production. It takes place within the seminiferous tubules. Sperm production, seminiferous. Then first thing you'll see, the journey begins by undifferentiated germ cells. The germ cells is called as this one, spermatogenium. These cells undergo mitosis, and the same number would be divided into type A and type B. So type A would remain the same, type B would be divided, and they'll form kind of 2n same. Then they will get into n and four other like structures, but you'll see I'm just repeating primary, the 2n which here I mentioned called as primary spermatogenesis. Then they get to the meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1 they will become half to the number by the secondary spermatocyte. Meiosis 2 they will become yielding 4 haploid, they called as spermatids. Some short clear spermatids which undergo dramatic transformation, spermatogenesis, and these are, here comes the acrosome, which containing crucial enzyme for fertilization, and this is the first part to go in the human wall. Women, not yes women, like female reproductive tract. Then we have developed sperms, spermatozoa, and these all things accessory maturation. And here comes the sperm structure, acrosome. You can see here's the head region, here's the middle piece, here comes the tail, here comes the end piece, and here's the sperm formation. So I'm sure it's clear to you. This is the entire picture. First one, then you'll second, these are divided, then again here the number will become the same, kind of 2n. Here this is also 2n, so then they will become half, like n number, they become half, then the sperm formation will be done, and this finally sperm would be produced. I'm sure it's clear to you. Here comes the ending of our entire male reproductive system. Thank you for watching. I hope it's clear. Bye bye.